Good morning student, I'm Rose. Today we are going to learn a new chapter, that is Standard 6 History, Chapter 8, New Questions and Ideas. New Questions and Ideas. So in the last video you have learned about the political life, social life and the new kingdoms which arises during the later Vedic period. Okay. So we learn about so in this chapter we are going to learn about the new questions, new ideas and regions which emerged during the later Vedic period. In the later Vedic period. So we can say that during that what happened when this society was being divided or grouped into a varnas or different varnas like Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. All the people were not happy with that. All the people were not happy with that because so many common people or so many poor people were suffering from this grouping, okay, of the society. Because everybody was not as same as we can say or not same as the rich people or we can say or the rich merchants or rich farmers, okay. So those people who were so much poor, they used to suffer from this, okay. And the Brahmins who were the most respectable and acceptable, we can say what we call acceptable in the society, they were not happy, they don't have to do anything because the people used to respect them because they were the priests and even they used to give a knowledge to the people. So they were not having difficulties of that because they did not feel any difficult of these are kind of things which was being faced by other common people. Yes. So there were so much difficulties. Some, for example, when the priest used to offer a prayer, so they needed sacrifices. So if the sacrifices was given and so all were not affordable, for mainly the poor common farmers or the Shudras or we can say poor people. Okay, so due to that, so many people were against this. Okay, so because this Brahmins used to what we call enjoy so much privilege or so much facilities because they were given freely. They were given freely. Due to that, they were having a very, we can say, some part of luxury life or something like that. You can see that. Okay, and some of the Kshatriya king also, Kshatriyas people also, they were not happy with that because they thought that they should get more respect than the Brahmins. Why? Because these were the people who used to protect the kingdom or protect the people from different animals. Okay, so they wanted more respect. So this was the grudge against this rituals. Another way the common people or the poor people, they were also having the different grudge against this what we call society, or we can say this different varnas. Okay, why? Because some of the people, for example, for the sacrifices itself, if farmers were not happy with that because they doesn't want to sacrifice their cattle or their animals for any rituals, and because of that farmers were against this. And another poor people, because they were not affordable for giving a sacrifices to the for the rituals, any rituals, and they were unable to they wanted to pray but they were unable to pray or they were unable to perform due to the lack of sacrifices or lack of the animals. Due to that this common people were against this rituals or the religion. So among that there was a new new ideas or new religions came into arise during the later Vedic period. That was the Jainism and Buddhism. So these were the two important religions or the ideas or the things which came into existence during the later Vedic period. Okay. So first of all, we are going to learn about the Upanishad. What was Upanishad? Okay. Actually, Upanishad was the teachings of teacher and the student during the later Vedic period. For example, the what we call sadhus or we can say priests who used to perform rituals or the priests who used to teach the student during that time what happened. They used to write down a conversation between the teacher and the student, and this was being written down in one book which was called the Upanishad, which was called Upanishad, which means main meaning of this Upanishad means we can say to sit down under what you say, to sit down under the foot of the teacher to receive the knowledge, So this was one type of a philosophical Vedas. Okay, this was one type of a philosophical Vedas in which there were that time during the later Vedic period up till now there is 108 Upanishad, and among them 11 is the most famous, 11 is the most important, are considered to be the main Upanishad. Okay, 11 among the 11 Upanishad, main Upanishad were considered to be the main Upanishad. Okay, so there are, you can see in your book, it is written down name of the main Upanishad in your book. You can see it in your book. Okay, and what was the main teaching of Upanishad is that the thinkers or the teachings of that, they wanted to know more about the knowledge, they wanted to know more about, they wanted to questions, or we can say answer the difficult questions like what was the thing after, what will happen after the death, or what are the reason, or anything, any supreme power which can be, which is existing on the in the universe. Okay, which is controlling the power. These are the difficult questions which they wanted to know about. They wanted to answer it. Okay, so after some time they started to believe that in the there is life even after the death, and this all is being controlled by the individual soul or the Brahman. Okay, individual soul or the Brahman. Okay, and this Atma and the Brahman are same. They believe in that Atma or the Brahman are the same, because Atma is alive after the death and Brahman in the real life. Okay, so they compare it. Okay, they believe in that. Okay, main important teachings of this Upanishad, if we talk about, they and if you want, or we can say if they wanted that mukti after the death, then they have to do the best, or we can say good work during their lifetime. Like you can say, what are there are three main ways. They believe that there are three main ways according to which you can attain the mukti or the moksha. That is by karma mark. That means by doing a good deeds. Next is the gyan mark, by gaining more knowledge or by distributing or by telling your knowledge. Next is the by bhakti mark, by the way of divine life, So these were the three ways through which you can attain a moksha. Okay, so they believed in this. Okay, so these was how the teaching of the Upanishad thinkers. Okay, so there are so many Upanishad thinkers. We can say like we say Gargi, then Satyakama Jabala. Okay, these are the these are the important Upanishadic thinkers who believed that who believed in the truth. Okay, so these are things, the books which all were written were in the Panini, or we can say Panini is the word which is famous for the grammar of Sanskrit. All the books which are written in the later Vedic period were in Sanskrit. Okay, due to that most of the people doesn't understand the language of Sanskrit because of the lack of the knowledge of Sanskrit language. Okay, so now we are going to learn about two important religion which arises during the later Vedic period is the Jainism. Okay, so Jainism and Buddhism. So Jainism, if we talk about, it was being formed by a Vardhamana Mahavira. Okay, and he is known as the founder of Jainism. Okay, and he was 24th and the last Tirthankara or the teacher, but who gave the shape of the idols of Jainism. Okay, so he was actually a prince. We can say he was born at, we can say, in Bihar, Vaishali, in about around 599 BC. Okay, and he was a Shastriya prince. He was a Kshatriya prince, and we can say he was the clan of the head of the Kshatriya clan. His name was his father. His father name was Siddhartha. Okay. So what we call, when he was married at very young age, but at the age of 30 he left home. He wanted to know the more about truth. He wanted to know more about the truth. So after for the 12 years he led a lonely and we can say hard life. Okay, and he attained enlightenment. Enlightenment, we can say miracle. You can say that. Okay, after the 12 years of hard work, he got an enlightenment, and he what we got, and enlightenment of the knowledge and spiritual, or we can say spiritual knowledge he got after the 12 years of hard work. Okay, and after that he what we call, he introduced his own religion, which was called the Jainism. Okay, main teaching of his religion is that we can say that means main teachings, or what was the most important thing to follow this religion was that they should not, they should not hurt any animal. They should not hurt any animals, because they are also, he believed that every living organism is a creature. Okay, so due to that he believed that we should not we should not kill, or we should not sacrifice any animals or any cattle. Okay, he was against the rituals. Okay, so this is the main. Another is that he those who want to follow this religion or Jainism, they have to leave the lonely life. They have to leave all the properties, all the people. They should not have any attachment with his own family. Okay, this was the second teachings, if you want. Okay, next is that they should always be honest. They should always be honest. The people who will follow this religion should always be honest. They should not steal. They should not tell lies. Whichever things, the bad work should be not be done. Okay, so this was the third teachings. Another is that fourth is that you should not lie. Yes, this is another point. Fourth point is you should not tell lies. Okay. Next is that you should have to live the life of brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means you will, as I told you, you should when you have to leave the home, you should not take anything, even the clothes. Whichever things you are being given by the people, that only you will take. Otherwise, no anything that should be not with you. Okay. Next is he did not accept the Vedic Vedic sacrifices, because in that so many innocent animals are being sacrificed in the Vedic ritual. So he was against this ritual, and we can say he did not believe in the caste system and the discrimination. He did not believe in the caste system and the discrimination and discrimination between we can say men and the women. Okay, and because he believed in that all the people are equal in front of any god, because due to that he was against the caste system and the discrimination between the man and the women. Okay, so and he believed in the life of moksha. He believed in the he believed in the karma. That means whichever karma you will do in your lifetime, according to that you will get the moksha. He believed in this. He believed in this, and we can say he was having his own three ratnas or his rituals. That was, you should have the right to knowledge, right to believe, and right to conduct our actions. Okay, these were the three important jewels or three ratnas of the teachings of Mahavira. So I hope, and all the teachings which was being written down, which was being pressed by the Jainism people, or the people who follow this, all were in the Prakritic language. That means we can common people. That means the people can understand, or we can say local language, because used by the common people. Okay, so most of the people followed this religion. Okay, so this is what happened in the later Vedic period. Okay, so in the next video I'll tell you about the Buddhism. Thank you for now.